Oh, blessed be y'all, this is Jen Freemind. Thought I'd make a little video here. Thanksgiving's in full swing. There's pumpkin pie in the oven. And I'm getting ready for a full day marathon of cooking tomorrow. And for those of you that are not in the United States, I don't know how many of you out there are, but Thanksgiving is a holiday that the first English that came over here celebrated that they survived a year because the Indians helped them out. So. And then later on, they wiped them out with smallpox and stuck them on reservations and all kinds of nasty stuff. But, I still celebrate. I don't burn them in effigy or anything like that. Like some people I know that, like Columbus Day, they burn people or burn Columbus in effigy. But, I can't quite, I got European heritage. I got American heritage. So, but that's a complicated story I don't want to get into right now. What I guess I'm going to get into is more of the stuff about attachments. And, holidays like this there's so much attachment that goes with it. I guess there's Buddhist holidays too, but I don't know that much about them, and I guess there's traditions and stuff that go with it. I don't know how people get attached to those things or what the deal is either. I've made a concerted effort this year to do things a little bit different. Like, last year I did something different. I made some different vegetables. Because in years past it had always been, you gotta do it the way it was traditionally done. It's kind of like, well, I got some Swiss chard here. I like Swiss chard. I have discovered Swiss chard in the last few years, and I like the stuff. So I decided, okay, I'm going to cook some Swiss chard. And, it went nice with the turkey and the dressing and all that sort of stuff. And so, I'm still cooking turkey, but I got my green beans over at the Vietnamese store, so they're long beans instead of short beans. And actually, I haven't done a pie in a long time. Like I've said before, my baking skills, it's, I'm following the recipe real close, so hopefully it comes out. I don't know, my baking is usually 50-50 shot it's going to be edible at all. But I understand why people get all attached to holiday memories because, sometimes it's the best of times and sometimes it's the worst of times. I mean, often you've got the family all together, and so you've got that family dynamic and everybody rubs each other the wrong way and all that sort of stuff. So, but people seem to love it. Maybe they're addicted to the drama of it. I don't know. But there's also the compulsory aspect of it. It is just expected that you're going to show up for Christmas with the family or Thanksgiving or whatever, My mom was kind of like, well, thank you for coming. And I was kind of like, I didn't feel like I couldn't. I didn't have a real valid reason for not coming, so. But it's all right. I don't mind. I haven't minded yet. I usually end up doing some stuff around the place. I cleaned out some stuff that she won't even notice it's gone. She didn't notice it was there in the first place. But yeah, I got one thing in the trash can, and she'll never miss. I wanted to put something away, and there's like 3 carafes from coffee makers past in there, and I'm like, one of those deals. Why do people save those? You'll get another one with your next coffee maker, and then the old one will never fit. I've never understood why people keep those. But they do. And yeah, if you try to throw them away, some people will go dig them out of the garbage and stuff like that. So I made sure I put it in a bag that was a dark bag that you couldn't see through. So, and got rid of a few other things that, they're like 3 years out of date. Didn't even know she had them. But anyway, it looks a little bit better. Actually, she's been doing pretty good. She's thrown a lot of stuff away. I can actually tell. And that's a good thing. Hopefully I've rubbed off on her a little bit. Inspired her to do something about stuff. I had to get out of here so I could just do better. And I threw a ton of stuff away when I packed to move, because I didn't want to move it. I didn't have the energy to move it, and so it just had to go. And I was tired of all the old memories and stuff like that. She's understanding that too. That we were talking about the Christmas decoration thing, and yeah, I think we might go through some of those Christmas decorations, and it's time to get rid of some stuff, because she agrees with me. You pull it out, and it's just sad, because you remember all the folks that are not here anymore, and it's not the happy memory that it once was. And maybe it's because I don't have any other children or family or whatever to pass it down to, and tell them that belonged to their their grandfather or their aunt, or their ancestors, in other words. Maybe that's it. But for just me and my mom, I don't want to sit around and just remember the past. That end up being sad all the time, because everybody's dead. So why would you want to do that? And I'm just trying to go forward here, and have a nice time. But I don't want to build a memory for the future, because I see how that will end up the same way. In 10 years' time, I'll be comparing the Thanksgiving to this Thanksgiving, and seeing how good or bad or indifferent it was. And I don't want to do that. I want each thing to stand on its own. I mean, I'll remember this time, but I don't want to get all wrapped up in it. I've been driving around a little bit here and seeing how things have changed and stuff, and a lot of stuff's gone. A few new things built, but yeah, a lot of stuff's gone. The small businesses that I used to go to, they're just gone. I mean, well, small business in general is kind of on its last legs. And yeah, it's kind of hard not to think about the places that I went over to the grocery store to get some cranberries, and I was sitting there in the parking lot, and noticing that all the stuff that had come and gone from that shopping center there, and all the stuff I used to go to, and well, they do have a new woodworking store there, which would be cool to go into, but I didn't go in there because I don't really need anything, so I don't need any of that sort of retail therapy or anything. But anyway, this is more Thanksgiving cheer, checking in for Thanksgiving here, and I better go check on that pie here in a minute, and hope you all are having a good Thanksgiving if you're in the U.S., and if you're outside of the U.S., you don't know what I'm talking about, so but have a good time anyway. It's Jen Fremont. Blessed be y'all.